What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Bricks and Toys. And in today's episode, we're going to be doing a web review of the set number 21361, the Gremlins Gizmo, and also set number 21362, the Minerals Collection. We have two LEGO Ideas sets that came out this month of October. I passed on both of these sets, and today I want to talk about these sets and why I passed on them. I want to talk about where they're good and where they kind of lack with me and all of that good stuff. So without further ado, let's start to slowly get into it. Number one is the Gremlins Gizmo LEGO Ideas set. Now, this is a really cool set. I like the idea. I have watched Gremlins quite a few times. I'm quite familiar with the Mogwai, and I think it's an awesome idea of a Lego set. It's definitely one of those Lego sets that now that it's here, it's like, why hasn't it not been here sooner? It's definitely something that we've kind of overlooked and missed. But you know, maybe that's for the better as Lego parts are getting smaller and better, and we can make more detailed buildable characters because, come on, those buildable characters of Star Wars from like 20 years ago, the Darth Maul and Yoda, yeah, a little creepy. So maybe it's a good thing now that we've gotten this set. And then the other set that we're going to talk about is going to be the Minerals Collection. And this is another one that kind of is an idea that's like, okay, why have we not gotten this one sooner? Because in the last 5 or so years, maybe even longer, hell, I guess we can go back to the 70s or 80s with my pet rock, but people really enjoy mineral collecting and rock collecting, and to convert that over into a Lego set is such a ingenious idea, and I think it makes for an excellent gift idea for the holiday season. So I know that I'm reviewing these sets as the overlooked October sets, and I'm not even mentioning the holiday sets, and that's for a very good reason. I'm just not ready for Christmas. I'm not over here doing Cindy Lou Who, Where Are You Christmas, or whatever. I just ain't there yet. I've kind of been tiptoeing around the aisles of the Christmas section at stores as it slowly starts to come in, especially when I went to IKEA this last weekend. But it's tempting, but I can't look at Christmas until the trick-or-treating's done. And I can't physically put up Christmas until the turkey is in the fridge after Thanksgiving. It's just facts. And lastly, all of those Christmas sets, I do plan on buying a very large majority of them to continue my Christmas collection for 2025. And of course, we're going to be doing Christmas videos about them in December. So guys, let's come over to my computer and let's check out Gizmo from Gremlins, and then we'll go over and we'll talk about those minerals. Let's check it out. Here we have Gremlins Gizmo from the LEGO Ideas. This set is on sale right now for $109.99, basically $110. It has 1,125 pieces. It is an 18 and older set. And just taking our first look at this set, it is 1,100 pieces for $110, so that's not bad with licensing. Lastly, you do get double the insider's points right now if you were to purchase this set. That makes that really tempting. Now let's go through some pictures and let's see what we like about Gizmo here. And with this first picture, we can see his eyes look really good. He does not look creepy. He looks as cuddly as he does in the movie. And we can see we have a little water patch right down here. We have the classic 80s 3D glasses, which is awesome. I think I did read somewhere that you cannot put the glasses on his face, and people are making a way to do so, so that is one thing to consider with this set. We can see that his fingers are made of this nice pinkish color that matches his ears. That looks all really well. We also have some really nice feathering elements right here to replicate some fur coming out in front of the ears. I do like the patches of brown to the white, and I think that's separated really nicely and blended in really well with the Lego. But with that said, you can really see the symmetry when you get down into the body of where the belly is clearly white, and then on this side it's brown, and then on this side it's brown, where we have these 1x2 little slopes on each side of a 2x2 element. but you know what? I think pretty good. Let's take a look at our next picture of this guy. So here we have a picture with him and the box. I'm trying to zoom in here. This is going to be Lego Ideas number 69. Man, that's a reason right there to buy the set. You bought number 69. All bad jokes aside, let's move on to the next picture. And here we got a picture of the water on the back right above the bosom of the Mogwai, and we all know what this means. This is step one of all hell breaking loose. You do not get your Mogwai wet. If you do, they will reproduce like crazy. And what's step number two, everybody? Do not feed them after midnight. So first comes the water, makes all the mogwai, then they get into food, and then you have, well, gremlins, and it's hell frozen over. But continuing to look at the brown detail at the back, we can see that the majority of the legs are white, and there is a nice break off section between the white on his butt to the brown that goes to the small of his back where that little water patch goes. Continuing on, we got a better picture of his eyes, and we can see that detail carried over that we've seen in the original pictures, now just up close, and we can see that it's just done really well. If this had a little bit of fur, I can imagine it could be quite cuttable. But let's move on to our next picture. Again, a little bit more of the same as we've been seeing with this guy, and it does look like we could pose him to sit down. Let's see if he has any other accessories besides the 3D glasses. I do like how you can see the shape of his feet and that color with that white representing his fur. I think that's done really well. Here we can see somebody with the Mogwai. Looks like he's probably putting that little water patch on his back. And then we can see that we do have some head movement side to side. And there what he looks like on some typical shelving. And that's just about it with the Mogwai. Now let's actually see about zooming in here on this picture. I love high resolution photos of the modern day. We can see that our Mogwai is going to be about 8 inches in height and about 10.5 inches in width, but that is ear to ear, not his hip to hip or his hand to hand, as you see pictured there. Now we also can see on the back of this box that he is standing and he is sitting. So we're going to actually have different pieces to basically change him from a standing position to a sitting position. It's not going to be done just by folding the legs. Also, on the back of the box, we can see our Mogwai from the 1984 movie in its entirety, which is the inspiration for the set. You can really see how good of a job that they did. Kind of like what they did recently with Wicket the Ewok. And guys, that is all of the photos of Gizmo here. Lego Ideas set number 69. I just think this is a really cool one, and I cannot wait to tell you guys at the end of the video why I passed up on this set, or did I pass up on this set. Now let's move over here to the Minerals collection for another Lego Ideas. I guess this is either 68 or number 70. Now this is a $59.99 set. It's currently available. It does have 880 pieces, 18 and older. Set number 21362, where Gizmo is 6'1", so this would have to be Lego Ideas number 70. And of course, this is a part of the 2 times points deal right now, and that does get you from 390 to 780 points. Now let's go over the photos, and the way that we're going to talk about this set is we're going just to review the photos in detail, and then I have another guide over here that we're going to go over the individual gemstones and minerals in the set. That way you guys are actually getting a detailed explanation from me and not just a generalist explanation that's kind of a waste of time. Here we have our first photo, and I'm going to guess this is our pyrite, and I'm not quite sure what all of these other ones are, but we can see that this translucent purplish blue one with some green accent does have that new piece that we did see featured in the Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship. I do like the way that all these little minerals look. I think my favorite obviously has to be what I would call a geode, but it's probably something else technically. I've always loved these in the real world, and I think in Lego it just looks so cool with all those little cheese slopes. The pyrite, which I think this is up here, is really cool as well. And I think that's done with Minecraft heads or Minecraft cubes repurposed in gold. I think that's an awesome touch. And then we also have this one, which is watermelon something another, which is again using such really cool colors. And then we also have this one with the red and the black, and it just pops. Let's continue to look at our photo here. Here we have the box, and we can see, yes, this is number 70 from the Lego Ideas lineup. And we can see that these stands, they do come apart. There are these little window panes in the stands. So this does look like a piece of furniture or a small little thing that you would get from a mineral store. And not something that's just obviously built out of Lego. They're actually trying to mimic something that you can buy in real life. And here we have 3 of the stones up close. We can see those angled pieces that we've seen on the pirate ship repurposed in blue. We actually can see right here with this mineral that these are these little minifigure handle pieces that hold accessories in minifigures' hands, and that's a really cool way to do it. And there we got the pyrite as well. And then here we can see them all separated, and they're also in different order than when we originally saw it on the box. So I'm going to guess there is a stud in between these window panes that they do lock into and they can switch in and out of. And here we do have the dimensions of it. It is a total of about 7 inches tall and about 11 inches in width when they are all together. And it does look like with the centerpiece that the outer pieces do lock in within it, making it look like it's all one piece, but it obviously can be separated as we've seen, just like that. Basically what I'm saying here is you see these dips right here? You can hide this into the dips, making it look cohesive and whole, which is a pretty cool touch. And then here we can see it in scale to a human, and there we can see that stud sticking out right there. And that's what prevents your minerals from falling off of these stands. I am really curious to how sturdy these stands would actually be, because they are looking like they are built of mostly 1x elements with these little cheese slope accent pieces. And here's another picture of this mineral right here, and there we can see that sideways stud that it does lock into. And there's another up close look of one, and here's another up close of that one. And there it is one more time, as well as an up close of that guy. I really am digging this translucent red. I think it looks really cool with the black. And here again, we have this watermelon themed one, or whatever they want to call it. It looks like it has a clear outer shell, but at the top it's got a clear middle shell with a pink center. But down here it's got a yellow transparent middle with what looks to be maybe some pink and green as the core of it. And it does look like radiator grills are used in transparent right there on the outside. And here we have the pyrite, and I'm trying to see how this blends in with the Minecraft brick. It's definitely not a head of a Minecraft character, as it's got that piece right there. I don't build Minecraft, so I'm not too sure. And here we got the back of the box, and we can see how it all is displayed here and displayed separately with those dimensions that we've already discussed. And guys, that is the mineral collection. Now, like I said, I do want to go over here and go over these minerals with you guys together. Here we can get a look at the stands and what they look like. Like I said, they're not quite 1x1, but they kind of are, because they do look like they're 3 plates in depth. But we also can see those window panes, the stud that holds on the mineral. We can see that all throughout. We can see how this is basically made where it's inwards, where you can kind of hide it. I don't see anything that can lock it in, so it's definitely going to always be loose. Really cool of Brickset to have this review. One of our minerals is going to be the watermelon tourmaline, which is going to be this guy right here. And we can see that nice and up close. It looks really good. And then we have the pyrite, aka fool's gold. And here's the front and back of the fool's gold, aka pyrite, or whatever you want to call it. Amethyst. So it's not quite a geode, it is amethyst. I should know that, as that is my daughter's gemstone. And we can see how the back of the rock is greebled in there with the front. The next is a rhodochrosite, probably said that wrong, and we can see that these angles are actually made using hinge elements and all of that to make that really cool multi-directional look. And then our next is tangerine quartz. I really love the translucent orange of this guy with this medium nugget base of a color. And then we do have these little sprites off with the little clear tips all around. This is a really nice mineral. Next is our fluorite, and here is the pieces that I keep talking about that come from the black pearl, as it says right there. And that's what it looks like from the back to the front. Pretty basic. I kind of like this color a lot. Now let's wrap up this video, guys. So clearly these two sets are pretty interesting sets, and combined these sets are not even $200. They're more like $170 plus tax. So why did I not buy them? Well, for starters, every $100 I make for the next 10 months has to go towards a giant moon. I mean, that's no moon, it's a Death Star. So clearly, we're overshadowed the month of October with the Death Star. That really just took everything and shut the door on everything else. So that's the first reason that I didn't go out and just spend another 150, 70 bucks to bring you these reviews. The next reason that I passed up on these sets as a whole is just in general space. You see, guys, I used to have a 2-bedroom house that I used to do this channel, actually a 4-bedroom house, 2-car garage that I used to do this channel out of in Las Vegas. I have lost that home, and now I live in a 2-bedroom, 800 square foot apartment. All of the Lego that we once had, that we started this channel, has basically been sold and moved along, with the exception of, well, Star Wars behind me, because I'm just really protective of my cars and my Star Wars. And I promised myself going forward to not ever spend money on sets unless they are die-hard sets. And like I've already said, some Harry Potter, some DC/Marvel, definitely Speed Champions, the vehicles, Star Wars are going to be these sets that I'm definitely going to collect. I see the mineral collection at Costco and I see it at Sam's Club. It is an excellent gift idea. You can get it at a great price. I don't have the space in my collection to do it. And even if I did buy this set, I wouldn't buy it for myself. More importantly, I would buy this for my wife, who loves rocks and minerals and all of that good stuff. But again, she has so much of the real thing that she doesn't even have room for this. I would rather buy her stands like this to support her current rock collection and make better use of the space than basically recreating what she's already collected in Lego and just creating more clutter, if that makes any sense. So the mineral collection, I think it's beautiful. I love it. I think it's a really great gift idea for the holiday season. Definitely smart to release this right now, as people are looking for some good gift ideas to get that white elephant off their back or whatever they are obligated to do during the holiday season. Now, going in with the holiday season, that's where our Mogwai does come into play. I am not the biggest Gremlins fan. I enjoy the movie. I don't really ever remember watching the sequels more than once. But the reason that I know about this movie is because of my mom. My mom was in her mid-20s when this movie came out. She probably watched it in the theater, and to this day, in her 60s, she'll tell you straight up how much she enjoys the Gremlins. So this is a definite gift idea that I need to figure out how I can afford this $110 set and get it built without her really knowing about it. So basically no review video for you guys ever on this besides this part of the video. And do it for a gift idea for her for Christmas, because I really think she would enjoy this for a gift. So the minerals is definitely out, even though I do have a person I can gift that to for the holidays. The next up is Gizmo here, which I do have a place to gift it, and I want to gift it to that person. And why do I not want it in my collection? Well, it's because I have all of the Star Wars buildable characters. I have Wicket the Ewok, which is so similar to Gizmo here. It's just not necessary to have so many sets. I'll talk about this in my next video, but I recently redid my living room shelving of all my floating IKEA shelves, and the number one redundant thing that I noticed is what doesn't fit here around the screen for your guys' backdrop for this channel is on these floating shelves, and there's just so much stuff that's like from the old days of bricks and toys, of when we had the money to buy everything and we had the house to put it all in. It's just a reminder of that time, and now that we're not there, it just needs to retire and go away, because I just don't have space and I really just don't need it. I need that room for more Star Wars. I mean, come on, guys. So that's my review on these two sets. We normally build the stuff here in the studio, but sometimes, because of space and reasoning, we just can't do that. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button to follow along with everything that we do here. As usual, share this video with a friend, hit the thumbs up, the like button. That would be awesome. Of course, guys, drop your comments down below. Did you guys buy these two sets? What did you love about them? Maybe you guys can convince me to make the room in my collection. I mean, I did fit a $1,000 Death Star in a collection that's full, so is it really full? I'm asking myself that one for sure. So drop comments down below. I would love to engage with you guys about these two sets and get your opinion on them. And lastly, up next on the YouTube channel is the November Outlook, where we're going to talk about what Lego is doing in November, what I'm doing in November, and what's new with me as of the month of October, and how does that affect November in general. So be sure to check out our monthly update video. And with that, guys, thank you so much for watching. You all have a good one.